This is my new Sony a6400 and this will be the camera that I will be using to shoot videos for my YouTube channel.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
Hey, what is going on YouTube? Tech Guy Charlie here. Now before we begin, I'd just like to say that this is not a review of the a6400. I am not a pro photographer by any means. I'm just a YouTuber showing my brand new camera gear to you guys. Okay, so some of you guys know that I already use a Sony a6300 with the standard 1650mm kit lens. And this is a great camera. The 4K video quality is phenomenal with a lot of details. It does this full pixel readout for 4K videos. That means there is no pixel binning and the quality is just outstanding. But on the flip side, it does have some of the worst overheating issues I have ever seen. So the thing is, my a6300 overheats and it won't let me record 4K videos for more than 10 to 12 minutes during summers. And that is in an air-conditioned room. And this is a common problem with the a6300 and the a6500 because they are kind of using an older CPU. And also the screen dims while you are recording in 4K. So looking at the LCD viewfinder is nearly impossible outdoors or when you have bright ambient light turned on. Enter the Sony a6400. Now this is a more refined version of the a6300 which is now recording this video, by the way. So it has got all the features of the old 6300 but has a newer, more power efficient CPU, so you don't have that overheating issues. Also, a more power efficient processor also means this camera will give slightly better battery backup, which is also an issue on the a6300. The battery just runs out fairly quickly while recording 4K videos. Also, there are improvements across the board, for example better autofocus on the a6400, and the screen is also a touchscreen now, so it kind of flips out in the back of the camera. And I will show you all that in just a moment. And by the way, this is a body only camera, so no lens included with this. I did buy a separate lens. This is a Sony SEL1670Z. Z stand for Zeiss, so this is a Zeiss lens, 1670mm f4, constant aperture by the way, optical steady shot. And this should be better than the kit lens. By the way, for my YouTube videos, I will be using the kit lens that is included with the camera. I will be swapping out the lens that is already there on the a6300 onto this one. And I will be using this lens on my old camera, because the older camera will now be my main camera which I will be taking out to click pictures. So that is why I will be using this lens on the old camera. It does have nice zoom. Also, another reason why I bought the a6400 is because my old camera, which is the RX100 Mark II, just stopped working. So even though the battery is charged, this thing will not turn on. And it's a motherboard repair job and just costs as much as a new RX100 Mark II, so it's really not worth getting this thing repaired. Although this is a fantastic camera, seen a lot of use. And now I will be using the a6300 as my main camera to shoot all the thumbnails, and this will do my YouTube videos. Alright, so first off we have a 64GB high-speed SD card by Sony. Take that out. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Documentation and warranty card. And that is the Sony Alpha 6400. Alright, set this aside and we'll check out all the accessories. Power cord. Battery. It looks like it is the same Info Lithium W series battery. Yep, FW50. We have a alpha shoulder strap. Nice. And then we have a charger. I just used my Samsung charger to charge this camera up. You don't really need to use that. Eyepiece cup and a USB cable, micro USB. So no USB-C on this camera. And that is pretty much all the accessories that come inside the box. So got the camera out, and now for the lens. First off, warranty card. The user manual is right over here, so we will leave that in place. And that is the lens. Nice leather carrying case though. So the lens is wrapped up in protective plastic, nice bubble wrap, I like that. And then we have the lens hood, which is right over here. So what I'm gonna do right now is put this lens on the a6400, and then later on I will swap it because I'm right now recording a video. Don't wanna stop that. But this is the Zeiss lens. Really nice. It's made up of metal, so it does have a nice feeling to it. Already my fingerprint marks. Nice and smooth zoom, 16 to 70. Well, that was a fail. Turns out that the battery is completely discharged and I need to charge the camera up a little bit to turn the power on. Actually, you can still use it while it's plugged in into the USB. So I can still set this thing up, but I want to let the battery charge a little bit and then I will use it. Alright, so it is the next day. I have recharged the battery and I actually took the camera out today to take some pictures. And the camera does perform quite well. There are no overheating issues. The battery backup is definitely better than the a6300. Let me just turn this thing on, and there you have it. And a quick look at the menu system. This is a typical Sony menu, so if you have used the Sony camera before, I think you guys will be familiar with it. But you do have a nice touchscreen. Now it's not going to focus because the distance is way too low. You do need a little bit of distance between your subject and the camera, but the really nice part is you do have the touch focus. The touchscreen does not work in the camera menu, so you cannot navigate using the touchscreen. So the touchscreen is only for the touch focus feature, and the screen actually flips out, so you can take the screen out and do this, and the camera is now in vlogging mode. You can attach a tripod and film your vlogs. This thing, the eyepiece does cover up the LCD a little bit, but yeah, it's not a major issue. But I think if you attach a microphone over here, then the LCD will be completely covered. And I just want to say that this camera does look beautiful with this lens. Just switch the power off. The lens does extend quite a bit at 70 millimeters. So now let us take a look at some of the photos and videos that I shot with this camera today. Alright, so first off we will take a look at some still photos, and after that I will show you some videos. And by the way, these are shot in manual mode, so just keep that in mind. I do prefer using the manual mode, but I do have the camera set to autofocus just to test out the focusing feature of the lens. And in some of the photos I've used the touch focus. So we will start off by this photo. Just a picture of the sky. 100% zoom. Picture is nice and sharp, although YouTube might downgrade the picture quality a little bit. So moving on to the next photo. Man, look at the sharpness in this picture. I think the aperture was kept to f4, I guess. The lens was fully extended, so 70 millimeters. This is at 100% zoom. Man, look at the level of details in this photo. You can also see that spider web. Nice. Let's move on to the next photo. Again, slightly smaller aperture. I think the aperture was kept at f5 point something, 5.6 maybe. So let us zoom in all the way. Look at those details. Let's move on to the next photo. Oh yeah, look at this. This is at 100% zoom. This one I've shot with touch focus. So one touch, it focuses on the B, and I just shot the photo. Lots of details. Let's move on to the next one. Again, touch focus, lots of details. This is at 100% zoom. You know what? This is wallpaper worthy photo. Looks nice. And once again, this is also shot in manual mode. So look at the level of details. 100% zoom. I think this can be a phone wallpaper. Just crank up the saturation, crop the photo, and this will be a nice wallpaper. But yeah, really happy with the picture quality. Next photo, once again, picture of a branch. And these are all macro shots. 100% zoom. I had the ISO cranked up in this one. So let's move on to the next. Again, 100% zoom, lots of details. Nice bokeh, whatever you want to call it. See guys, I'm not a pro photographer, so forgive me on that. Again, 100% zoom, lots of details. And the bokeh is also fantastic. Next photo. Next. So this one is also really nice. I think this one has turned out quite good. 100% zoom. Yep, lots of details. This one is also quite nice. Look at that, there's a bird sitting over there. And by the way, this is at 70 millimeters. And we are back. So now let us take a look at some of the videos that I've shot.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make
Alright, so I've got both of these cameras sitting side by side, and onto the right we have the a6400 and onto the left a6300. Now if these two cameras were using the exact same lens and if I covered up the model number, you guys won't be able to tell the difference. That is because the body of these two cameras are identical, except for the fact that you have a flip up screen on the a6400 and you kind of get this selfie mode like this. This one does not flip up, this one just comes out like this. So that is the only difference when it comes to the body. However, the main difference lies inside the camera. The software and the hardware is kind of better on the a6400, especially the processor. You have a faster, more power efficient CPU, so the camera does not overheat and gives slightly better battery backup. And this is one of the main reasons why I got this. This one kind of stops recording after a few minutes and I have to wait for the camera to cool down, and then it also stops charging when it's overheating. So this one does not have all those issues. I have already tested this out, and this one should cut down my production time significantly. So that is one big advantage with the a6400. Newer, more power efficient CPU that does not get hot while recording 4K videos. Then you also have slightly better autofocus on the a6400, and both of these bodies are weather sealed magnesium alloy. Although I do wish the a6400 or the a6000 series had more buttons on them, so 2 more buttons over here, quick shortcuts, that would be really nice. Now speaking of similarities, well, there are many. First off, I have already told you that the body is almost identical except for the flip up screen. The screen is also a touch screen. And then we have the OLED viewfinder on both of these cameras. And secondly, the most important part is that both of these cameras have the exact same 24.2 megapixel sensor. And both of these are E-mount lenses cameras. They also use identical FW50 battery. But because of the new power efficient processor, the a6400 does give better battery life. Also, one thing to note is that there is no 30-minute video limit on the a6400. This one cannot record more than 30 minutes, assuming that the camera does stay cool. So that 30-minute limit has been removed on the a6400. Okay, so I think that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Like I said, this is not a review of the a6400. Not gonna go through each and every feature of this camera. And this is just me showing you guys my new camera gear. Alright, so thank you for watching. Do stay tuned for more videos like these. And I think the a6400 will be quite beneficial for my YouTube channel. It will definitely cut down on my video recording time. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos like these, and I will see you guys next time.